gentlemen, welcome to the upcoming video games of October 2015. I'm Globku from Magical Noob, bringing you the main releases for this wonderful month in gaming. We begin with Cobalt from the same guys who brought you Minecraft, but has nothing to do with the title that gave Mojang its name. It's a side-scrolling shooter. It's got co-op and some single-player challenges and even a single-player campaign, but I think it's the multiplayer that really shines in this game. With bullet time, action rolling, and a frantic pace, this looks like an awesome local multiplayer game to hang out with friends. Rock Band 4 is coming out for consoles on October 6th. The gameplay is pretty much the same as the previous series, using drums, guitars, and vocals to play songs. You can use the old peripherals if you want, they will work with Rock Band 4. But if you want to get the new ones, they've had several improvements, especially in terms of durability. Everything is made with better materials. They're also adding freestyle sections to the different songs where you can improvise guitar solos or change a song's vocals as long as you stay in key. Transformers Devastation comes out on the same day, developed by Platinum Games. You know these guys can do action combat, right? The game looks very similar to The Legend of Korra. Full walkthrough on Magical Noob Play. Plug! But with some more Transformer stuff. Fire weapons, transforming into cars, Robo dinosaurs. Yep. I'm playing this. Daisuke 5 Alliance of Vengeance is actually the 6th game in the Daisuke franchise, but don't get scared because each game works independently of each other, so you can just go straight into 5. It's a tactical Japanese RPG with a story centered around the idea of revenge. Prison Architect is also coming out on October 6th. What? Really? That's not out yet? It's been on early access for so long it could have fooled me. Anyway, it's a game about designing a prison and keeping a close eye on your inmates. There's a lot of videos about this game out there, so you'll know exactly what you're buying into. Uncharted Nathan Drake Collection has the 3 Uncharted games that came out for PS3 in a nice discount package. This comes with revamped visuals and performance improvements, as we've come to expect with all these remakes. Chibi Robo Zip Lash is a platformer from Nintendo. Your little robot has this power cord attached to him and can use it as a grappling hook should he find a power socket. You can also use it as a whip to overcome obstacles that need destroying, and with enough upgrades it bounces all over the place. Looks like a cute Nintendo platformer. On the 13th, Telltale Games is bringing story mode into Minecraft with Episode 1, The Order of the Stone. It's a classic Telltale style of game, multiple choice, point-and-click storytelling. You collect items, solve puzzles, and talk to other characters. It's even gonna be released with an episodic schedule. Doesn't get more Telltale than that. Guitar Hero Live does not feature drums like Rock Band, but it did innovate with its guitar peripheral. Now it has 6 buttons, 3 on top and 3 on bottom. I tried it out at Gamescom and I must say I really like this new guitar. Of course, this comes with the disadvantage that old peripherals won't work on this one. 2 rhythm games within the same month. Which one will be the victor? Life is Strange launches its last episode on October 20th. Episode 5, Polarized, ends the saga of Maxine Caulfield, aspiring photographer and wielder of weird time-bending superpowers. Sarcos Legends is an isometric RPG set within the Dungeons & Dragons universe. It will feature single-player and cooperative multiplayer modes. In Rebel Galaxy, you're in control of an enormous destroyer in space. You're a space cowboy, really, in a universe filled with weird, untrustworthy, endearing, or downright hostile characters. The game takes place in a randomized star system, and its action-oriented combat system sets it apart from its competitors. It's not a complicated space sim, it's an action game set in space. Just Dance 2016. Well, that makes my job easier, the title says it all. Fatal Frame Maiden of Black Water is our survival horror game of the month, from the famous Fatal Frame series, or Project Zero as it's known in Europe. Like previous games, the player must defeat evil ghosts by taking their picture. Using the Wii U gamepad, this gameplay mechanic gains a new dimension, as you can use the gamepad as a real camera. Another year, another Assassin's Creed. Syndicate takes place in Victorian London, a setting that has been very demanded by fans, perhaps the most popular choice after Edo, Japan. For the first time, you play as 2 protagonists, brother and sister, and as usual, they're implementing changes to stealth and combat. Some of these changes in the past have been appreciated, others not so much, so we'll see how this game turns out. Assassin's Creed always feels like a big coin flip. The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes brings a cooperative Zelda adventure to the 3DS. It's a puzzle game where 3 players have to work together to solve various dungeons. You can also play in single player using AI companions controlled with a touchscreen. Warhammer End Times Vermintide is a first-person co-op combat game. It works a lot like Left 4 Dead. 4 players join a mission, which has randomized enemy placements, and fight their way through hordes of enemies. And at the end you get a randomized piece of loot, which changes the way you play with any of the 5 classes. The best part? If you play as the dwarf, you actually have a lower point of view. Halo 5 Guardians, Master Chief's debut on Xbox One. The iconic first-person shooter is a sequel to Halo 4. Besides the classic campaign, it will have a separate co-op campaign and some new multiplayer modes. Unfortunately, unlike the previous games, it will not feature any offline capabilities, including split-screen co-op and multiplayer. And last on the list is WWE 2K16, the annual wrestling franchise from 2K returns, with some must-needed changes to gameplay. Reversals are now limited per match, preventing players from spamming them. You can now attack wrestlers during their entrance. AI has been improved, pins and submissions have been reworked. It all sounds like good news to me. And that's it for the October games. As usual, let me know in the comments which ones caught your eye. What are you gonna be playing throughout this month? While you're down there, click the like button and subscribe for more gaming goodness. I've been Globku. Boy.